Alright, moving is hard. Sorry for the missed day for those of you on YouTube. Sorry I haven't streamed this much. Between flying out to Portland and then moving to Portland, I haven't had a whole lot of time for, like, anything. It really was, like, a tight schedule here. Anyway, let's just help bring all this sulfur on board. We're gonna need as many turrets as we can get. And then I'm probably gonna... I was talking about maybe sending people down. That's interesting. Oh, I bet I can just shoot this. Oh. I can shoot my own energy nodes. I'm not sure why, but still. Anyway, yeah. So, you've already moved? No, I haven't moved yet. I am moving, so my life is in boxes, currently, and I will be moved out on Thursday. And I will be back and ready to stream by either, like, Sunday or Monday. It really depends on how long it takes to get the internet set up.
Resources collected.
And so, if we're lucky, I can more or less resume a semi-regular schedule by Sunday. But I have no idea. So obviously I kind of want to turn off, no, I can't turn off her voice acting. Because we don't, if I turn off her voice acting, we don't get alerts for when I'm being boarded, which is a problem. You should take a day to relax when you're all moved in. I mean, chances are what it's going to be is Shell and I, yeah, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So effectively, it's a 3-day drive. Running, God damn it. Don't get in my way, asshole. My dude is just like, hey, you know what's the best place to stand? Right in front of the guy with the gun, aimed at me. No self-awareness. The AI in this game is kind of limited. Anyway. So, we're leaving on Thursday, and weather permitting, it should just be 3 9-hour days of driving. Going through, like, Wyoming, a little bit of Utah, mostly Idaho, and then arriving in Oregon. And, you know, if we get out early, any amount of snow shouldn't be a big deal, because plows are a thing. Oh, it was probably down below? Yeah, it was. Let's see. Looks like I'm gonna need another turret down here. We should probably just mass fab a bunch more. Because it'd be real bad if we get boarded again and I don't have a bunch of these. I've got a lot. We'll get more. Let's see. You think people capable of space travel would have better computers and engineering? Yeah, I like the retro futuristic style. It's actually really charming for me. It fits well with the game, and I think this is the only game I have ever played where I haven't minded the fact that your like abilities are limited. Sort of? I don't know. And like Mass Effect, it was always just like, why don't I have ammo? You know, why am I using this like weird cooldown system? Or no, it's like, why do we even have ammo? Like, I should probably have some crazy space tech to work with here.
Resource acquired.
But in this case, in this game, it's fine. I don't know, everything's super low tech. We got a couple of guns, we got some turrets. I still wish there was more. Like, I think it would be really cool if you could get some really high-tech stuff here and there, and instead of just having, like, turret 1, 2, and 3, you actually got, like, turret models that, that you could, like, ring around doors and stuff, or turrets that had unlimited ammo, but you reduced, you know, damage. You can just kind of put them everywhere. I don't know. There's some options. Okay, let's start doing sulfur expeditions. Cause that's that's emptied out. All right. Oh, there's only 3. There's only 3 left. Perfect.
9, launch sequence activated. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's see. Can you rename your crew and give them nicknames? I think you can. I think I named one and then he died almost immediately, or we died almost immediately. I'm pretty sure you can rename crew members. Maybe on another run when I'm a little bit more competent. The snow is really bad in the area, by the way, especially the government shutdown. Supplies are rather irregular. Yeah, my thoughts are, if we run into serious problems, one, we can always head for, like, Reno. If we need to. You know, there's other routes that we can take. The other thing we can do is just get another hotel early, cancel whatever one we have, and just, you know, push it back by a day. It's like, okay, well, it's fine. We're snowed in, you know, Battle Mountain. Okay, problem solved. Let's come back. I don't see him. And honestly, they can't catch up with me. As long as they're not the gun-toting variety, we're good. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But we're gonna have a heavily loaded car and plenty of time. So, I don't know. And then we'll be there, and then we won't have to worry about it. The real trick with snow driving is, one, don't do it after dark, and two, don't, you never want to do it after dark, and you never want to be speeding, and try and avoid rush hour in populated places. I guess really the other problem with snow is it's entirely dependent on what, like, the locals' reaction is. We get snow fairly often in Boston, but people acted so dumb whenever it would snow. Like, you know, grocery stores would be filled with people mid-blizzard panicking because they had to stock up before everything, you know, before the world ended. And it's just like, I mean, if this is going to be an apocalyptic level blizzard, like, there's nothing you can do. Why are there so many? I'd switch out the bigger gun, but, like, I can't even find half these enemies. Okay, we're good, I think. But, okay, we need a biotank, which is fine. Let's leave.
9, launch sequence activated. 7.
Yeah, don't drive in the snow during the daytime either. Snow blindness is a real thing.
3,
I mean, it really depends on how much snow you're getting. If it's, like, just a light snowfall, it's not so bad. Blizzards and whiteouts, yeah, you don't want to be out there. But a couple of years ago, my brother was at, he was up in Maine for college, and we would go pick him up, you know, before Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, and I don't know if we hadn't checked the weather or something. Okay, do we have turrets in here? We got a turret in here. That's good enough. But effectively, I want to say a couple minutes into the ride. Let's see, Einstein is no-go. Can you guys help me remember this? Because
prepare for hyperdrive.
we don't want to go to Einstein. He's not useful here. Okay, let's just check this planet. I'm just gonna grab whatever I can. But yeah, so we had to go pick my brother up. I think it was right before Thanksgiving break. It might have been Christmas break. Him and his two roommates. Roommates, or are they friends? I think they were just friends. I probably should have actually checked that this planet even had anything. We've kind of cleared some of these out. Okay, yeah, we cleared this one out hard a long time ago. So we had to go pick them up. And I want to say 45 minutes into the drive.
Fast access.
45 minutes into the drive, we almost immediately just started getting snow. And it was just a light dusting, but it was enough that we were skating on it a little bit. And then it kind of only got worse. Like, over the course of the entire day, it got considerably worse. I'm gonna go to this one. I'm a little worried about the framing and the mechanics. I'm at least prepared for them, but I'm worried about them nonetheless. Okay, so we have 1 lithium in the debris. I guess let's grab it. I really wish you could actually mark planets so you never come back to them. I guess if I had some graph paper, I could. That'd be the effective way of doing it, but
Resources collected.
But yeah, so the light dusting was enough that you would skid. And it was like rush hour traffic too. So there was people everywhere. And Massachusetts people don't like going slower than 60 miles an hour. They don't like going slower than 70. And they certainly don't like using their signals or considering people's right of way or really anything. Whenever anybody talks about worst drivers in the country, and they're like, oh yeah, the Florida drivers are the worst. Okay, you know what? Maybe some Florida drivers are particularly horrible now that I'm thinking about it, just because of the amount of old people. But Massachusetts, by and large, tended to be the worst from my experiences. I've lived in a lot of different states, and I only generally fear for my life in Massachusetts.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
The California people drive crazy, but they they make it work. Massachusetts people drive crazy, and you make it work. Let's see. So we really did clean like a bunch of this stuff out. I gotta find those shields if I want to survive this. But so like the first hour was like stop and go traffic, and I saw like 10 accidents or something ridiculous like that. Like we saw a lot of people just like in the ditch or like flipped over and whatnot, and it was confusing. It's like, what are you doing? What is so important that needs this much speed? I don't know. I don't. It was confusing. Okay, so this has a load of shit. Holy crap, this has got a lot.
Welcome to the shipbuilding interface. Here you build and upgrade our
Why
ship.
does this tell me every
Modules
single time?
Can also
Okay.
be deconstructed if you're not satisfied with their layout, or if you have other reasons to destroy them. Also, I recommend using this interface for orientation on board by accessing the ship map.
Okay, so that gets us 100 storage. I really hope we don't get boarded here, because this is a really good... I'm gonna go pay attention to it, and let's see if we get grabbed. This is a really good planet to be hanging out on, and I'd hate to get Freymond.
Resource acquired.
Okay, they're leaving me alone. Okay, so we want to clear this one out. Accidents require this much speed? I don't know, it's hard to describe, but effectively, people drive... Like, normal people when it snows, you drive slow, you're careful, you make sure that, you know, you're not... You know, you can brake in a reasonable amount of time, and a bunch of other stuff. And, yeah, I don't know what it was, but effectively nobody wanted to do it that day, or like half people didn't. Like, I saw one guy blowing by, he had a big, you know... Is it a Forester? He had a big SUV. Huge, like the kind of thing that you really don't need unless you've got a family of 12 or something ridiculous like that. And he blew past us at like 90 miles an hour in near whiteout conditions. And my mother and I are sitting in the car just tootling along in the one lane that has been barely plowed on the road up to Maine. And this guy just goes barreling by on the shoulder, or effectively through all the snow. And he was doing fine until apparently he crashed, because we saw what looked to be his SUV, you know, 30 minutes down the road or something like that. And yeah, it very clearly was like one of those lessons of like, you're not invincible no matter how big your vehicle was. He was fine, he was just standing by the side of it, but like, you don't do that. Yeah, drivers in bad weather is a real scary mix. So like, I'm not worried about the snow so much. I'm worried about other people. I remember, so we used to drive from New York to Boston, from college. And it would not be uncommon for it to, like, rain pretty heavily while we were there. Oh, right, we needed a biotank. Should have worked on that. Oh, well. I mean, 50? No, we should get another biotank just in case we die. Oh, harvester is full. What? Really? I guess so.
10, 9, launch sequence activated. 7,
Let's see.
6,
What was I saying?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Whether...
1.
Yeah. So we're driving back from college for me, and we get torrential rainstorms, and they're actually very pretty, and it was kind of fun to be in, and, you know, obviously, you know, you just drive slow or whatever, and then you see the idiots, and the idiots get scary.
Resources collected.
Oh, god damn it. You know what I just realized? Like, half of my people died. We don't have a single person working here.
Job assigned.
Because all of the people on my refineries got killed.
Job assigned.
Okay, so we've got 2 more people. Let's figure out how many more clones I can get. But yeah, so one that I very specifically remember was we were driving back,
acquired.
and there was a you know, one of those big 2 container huge trucks, and what was I doing? Right, I was just checking for pirates. They're leaving me alone. We're gonna go get clones down, and then maybe another biotank just because. Oh, no empty crew cabins left. Well, how are we doing on... Crew cabin is 10 out of 10. That's 6. You should tell me how much oxygen I have. And let's get another biotank. Just gonna put the biotank all the way out there. Clearing this place out, if we get attacked, is going to suck. But it'll be worth it.
Cloning initiated.
Okay, so we can go up to 12 people. I think that's fine for now. I might be able to get more.
Resources collected.
Why use normal clones when you can use Horatio? I love Horatio. He's such an asshole. Okay, so is this... It looks like that's cleared out. How are we doing on deposits and stuff? Okay, so the deposit is still pretty full. I'm still gonna head down...
Harvester destination
Head down
set.
here.
10,
Clear this
9,
planet out, and then we'll
launch
just leave.
sequence activated. 7, 6,
Anyway,
5,
let's see.
4,
So yeah, it was one of those, like, big
1.
semi-trucks with two boxes on the back.
launch sequence
And there was a guy in just a small compact car. I want to say 5 feet from the, from this big truck's bumper. And there was no way that they were together because I think it was just like Walmart shipping or something like that. If you found the shields, you should use them. I actually have not found shields yet. I'm quite pissed about this. Because it's just like... I want them. 4 shields is apparently enough to forestall pretty much any kind of boarding action. Which is exactly what I need. Unfortunately, we need 20 platinum to pull that off. But, you know what? Whatever. It'd be worth it. But no, I haven't found a single shield module. Honestly, all I found so far are just locations of guns that I think I already have. And some other, like, kind of useless junk. I almost wish this game had, like, manual research that you could do. Just very slowly. You know, spend resources to research a thing. I'm betting it's over here. I'm just gonna ignore the worms. Yeah, there it is.
Accessing archives. Life form detected. 20%.
It's like they don't want you to climb this thing.
40%.
Yeah, with the extra biotanks, we can
60%.
have more clones if bad things happen. I should, next time we get the chance, I should get the
80%.
panic room and put a panic room next to a cloning machine. Maybe? I don't know.
All phases complete. Life form detected.
New transmission arrived.
Okay, we got a suit upgrade. We just want to grab all the biomass. Can. Thank you, ship gun. You're a credit to team. I kind of wish I could upgrade that, actually.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Okay, those things are a little bit
2,
more
1, 0.
of a problem. See, I'm guilty of that. If it's pouring really hard, I'll hide behind a big rig because they can see better than me in your tiny car. The thing is, you don't want to be 5 feet from them. One, because if they break and you hydroplane, you're in trouble. And two, they can't see you. It's better to hide behind, maybe, I don't know. You don't want to be 5 feet behind anything. That is the most dangerous thing. And if somebody rear ends you, well, you're dead, because then you just slam right into that thing and it cuts you off of the... You really don't ever want to hit a big truck. Okay, I know what I need to work on. Where am I? I'm in the tractor room. How'd I get here?
New clone arrived.
I wasn't paying attention. I want to go this way. Because, yeah, deposit-wise, we got 13 things in the deposit. Oh, and 6 of them are plants. That is
New
actually a bit of a
materials have been
complication,
refined.
now that I'm thinking about it.
New materials have been refined.
But no, what I want to do is effectively try and go find a place to buy the shields. Because I think one of the merchants has it. Unfortunately, we've had pretty bad luck with merchants so far. They only seem to sell things I either kind of need or, like, don't immediately need. Alright. People are probably going to disagree with me on this one, but I think I'm just going to get another deposit. They're cheap enough. This way, mainly, the issue is plants, because I'm going to be collecting plants as we go along, and I'm not going to immediately be planting them, because I want a full arachnid party? Crew. So I can get arachnids next time we go. Yeah.
Harvester
Go to this
destination
one.
set.
10, 9, launch 8, sequence activated. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And yeah, that's a Japanese keyboard to the terminals.
0.
Yeah, I really like the design work in this game. They did a great job. It's a bit of a shame that the level design is so homogeneous. You know, it's just planet, circle that you're in, and plants all over the place, and so on and so forth. And like, the idea of it is really cool. The repetition gets a little old, a little fast. And, like, I stand by my desire to... Actually, I guess I did play it. I was talking about the Pit. The Sword of the Stars, the Pit, first-person shooter roguelike. Unfortunately, it was hot garbage because it played, like... This is the clunkiest shooter I think I've ever played, which is saying something. I grew up in the 90s. Like, there were some really bad shooters there. I played Daikatana. Your shooter is clunkier than Daikatana. I've got concerns. It feels like old school Doom crossed with Prey Mooncrash. And, like, the idea of it is really cool. You know, I love the idea of roguelikes where you're effectively just going through not exactly randomly generated dungeons, but I don't know. The idea of effectively doing procedurally generated dungeon crawls Deep Rock Galactic is a perfect example of how to do procedural generation really, really well. Admittedly, yeah, they do end up feeling a bit repetitive over and over and over again. But yeah, if you could somehow cross this kind of gameplay where you go back to a base, you build it up, and then you immediately go into something, I guess, yeah, Metroid Prime is a great example of what would be fascinating.
20%. 40%.
Has a lot of bad snakes. Has a lot of
60%.
bad snakes. I mean, even more basic things like Tower of Guns, for example, or
All phases complete.
New transmission intercepted.
let me find the location of a suit upgrade. I'm a little tired of finding locations of things over and over and over again. It's like, hey, you found a thing, but it's not here yet. Okay, so somebody was saying, oh yeah, you can actually have two of these spawn
Accessing archives.
simultaneously.
20%.
Previously, the game really didn't seem to want to have multiple of these scan locations show up at the same
40%
time.
good.
Oh, hey. I think that's more ammo over there. Here's we can grab it.
80%.
Oh, you were bringing up Metroid Prime as an awkward shooter. Yeah, I could imagine that on the GameCube. Shell was really enamored with it on, Shell was really enamored with Metroid Prime on the Wii. Still is. Oh, we're done. Wait, shield? New module, shield! Oh, we found it!
10, 9, launch 8.
Alright, so I don't have to buy shield.
6,
I do have to buy
5,
platinum.
4, 3,
And I
2,
don't remember...
1, 0.
I don't know which merchants have platinum. However, this means we can grab... if we can find a merchant that sells platinum, we can effectively just jam on shields. Because, yeah, if we do defense... Nope. Where is shield? Shield. We require... platinum. We also require another reactor. Life systems, right? Yeah. Can't go any further than that. Weird. Oh, we don't want access. We want a corridor. I got plenty. That's probably good. I don't think we can have any more reactors, so this is the maximum amount of energy we can roll with. So we're gonna have to start
New materials have been refined.
thinning things down. I should go do a pirate check before they surprise me. Okay, we're good.
New materials
I really
have
wish
been
you could actually
refined.
see what these guys have at a distance. Because yeah, now that we have the shields, I'm effectively gonna want to go get as much platinum as we can, and then we pretty much are free, home free. Madman, seeing as you're knowledgeable, do you know if you have 4 shields, if you can actually just tank everything?
Harvester destination
Because
set.
that's what I heard. If you had 4 shields, they pretty much can't
Materials
board
have
you
been
ever.
refined.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Launch sequence.
Because I'd love it. I'd love it if we could get to the point where I am unboardable. Right. I gotta remember, I got a meeting with my YouTube manager tomorrow. I'm gonna be so busy. Because I effectively have to get all my stuff together, and ready to go. Meet with my YouTube manager, more or less break up my entire recording setup than rebuild it on an old folding table instead.